Shield Brother 6 here with your weekly dose of history. Seeing how this is my first official video, and it will be published on the day of Thanksgiving, I figured that I would make this video in honor of the holiday and show the evolution of the holiday through the years. For those of you who do not know, Thanksgiving is an American holiday where we give thanks to God or whoever you believe in, and just give thanks for everything you have in your life, how far we've come as a nation, and just give thanks for everything that you appreciate in your life. But it didn't always start out like that. The origins of Thanksgiving are very different than what we celebrate now. See, the holiday kind of started back in 1637 near Groton, Connecticut. And it was when these Dutch and English mercenaries surrounded the Pequot tribe. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's P-E-Q-U-O-T, Pequot, I believe. They have their own Thanksgiving celebration that they called the Green Corn Celebration. Well, they were going to celebrate, and in the pre-dawn hours, the Dutch and English mercenaries surrounded their longhouse, their center of their village that they were all in, and told them to come out. And those that did come out, they were shot or clubbed or stabbed to death. And those that remained inside, they lit the longhouse on fire and burned them to death. Well, they decided the Massachusetts Bay Colony declared a day of Thanksgiving because 700 unarmed Indians had been murdered, and they cheered by their victory, and the brave colonists took on Indian allies to go and slaughter more, and they took boats full of many as 500 slaves regularly left the ports of New England to take back to elsewhere. And due to this, they celebrated Thanksgiving days to give thanks to their Lord for helping them slaughter these Indians and take more land for their colonies. But see, it evolves from there, because from there, George Washington actually says that he declared that there'd be a national day of Thanksgiving, but there should be only one, because at the time there had declared like 6 days of Thanksgivings to celebrate each day that they had slaughtered a different type of Indian, a different tribe. And George Washington said, no, we should only have one Thanksgiving, and we can put it aside, one Thursday set aside for prayer and celebration. And George Washington was the first to decide this, and it was November 26, 1789, but there was future presidents who did not agree with George Washington, thinking it was not in their constitutional powers to do so. They believed that it was out of their power, like they were not allowed to do such things such as set national holidays. And these presidents included Thomas Jefferson and Andrew Jackson, and they believed they just did not have the power to do that, so they decided that it should not be so. They undid that for a while. But then later it evolved further as Abraham Lincoln decided that there should be a national Thanksgiving, made a national and fixed Union festival, just to give thanks of us being unified at the time due to the Civil War, us unified as a time as a nation, just to give thanks of how far we've come and who we were as a nation at the time. Though still young, they wanted to make sure we had our national unity, although that would quickly deteriorate, but I digress. The New Deal Thanksgiving was where we kind of get our new modern Thanksgiving. This is what we celebrate now, kind of. It's due to Franklin D. Roosevelt, who moved the date of Thanksgiving that year, since it would fall on November 30th, which was a traditional day already. And it was he who decided that it should be the last Thursday of November. And the American citizens were all for it. They did not want to be stuck not knowing what holiday and it getting jumped around like it was being done in 1933 in the depths of the Great Depression. So Franklin D. Roosevelt decides last Thursday of every November, Thanksgiving. It's our Thanksgiving, but no longer are we celebrating really anything to do with the slaughtering of innocents. We had come past that and we were kind of trying to cover that up. But he decided, Thanksgiving, we will give thanks to God, we will thank Him for everything we have, we will thank Him for helping us through the Great Depression and World War II, which would be coming soon, and he was the first one. And then he would also sign the bill introducing it that officially it is the last Thursday of every November. And this has been followed by every state in the Union since 1956. And nowadays, Thanksgiving is more about family, still about unity as a nation a little bit, but just giving thanks for what you're thankful for in any way possible. Even many non-Christians celebrate this holiday within the United States, which is really cool to see because they can do it in slightly different ways, but it's still the same holiday. We all still give thanks to whoever that you believe in, to give thanks as a nation and as families and as people, just to be glad that we have what we have and we are who we are, which is why I find that this is a very great holiday for America, because America is such a diverse place with such a long history that even for just this holiday it has a long history, that this Thanksgiving is due to that a great holiday for our nation. And other nations do have similar holidays, I believe, and that's why I find this holiday to be very unique and fun to learn about. I'll leave 2 links in the description talking about where I found some of this information, and just if you want to read more. And if you like this content, what I'm doing, please leave a like, and if you don't, feel free to leave a dislike. I need to know, And this has been your weekly dose of history with Shield Brother 6, and I hope you enjoyed.